So I just had each of you guys fill up in your cups that I gave you the amount of liquid that you think equaled one beer, 1 cup of wine, glass of wine, and 1 shot. So we're going to take those now and we're going to see how you guys actually measured up to the truth. So what's actually true about alcohol is when it's served to you in a liquid or in a can or a bottle, the amount of liquid that's in there doesn't always match up to one drink. So the standard drink is known as 12 ounces of regular beer at 5% alcohol, 5 ounces of wine at 12% alcohol, and 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits at 40% alcohol. So I have a picture here of what that's going to look like in cartoon form. So we have basically 1 can of beer, a glass of beer that is not filled all the way to the top, a glass of wine that is not filled all the way up to the top, and a shot glass that you can fill to the top. That is about 1.5 ounces. So I just want you guys to think of this picture when you're filling up your cups and filling up your glasses of wine and just thinking, so how high are you filling up that red Solo cup and how many drinks are you actually having? So just some quick stats for you guys on how drinking affects the college age group. Binge drinking is going to be defined as a consumption of 5 or more drinks in one occasion. So think back to your parties and think back of how many cups of beer did you actually get from that keg, because if it was more than 5, then you are technically binge drinking. 24% of people 18 years or older are going to report engaging in binge drinking. 37.9% of college students will engage in binge drinking. 1,825 college students between the ages of 18 to 24 will die from alcohol-related injuries, including motor vehicle accidents. Almost 700,000 students between the ages of 18 and 24 are assaulted by another student who has been drinking, and 97,000 students between the ages of 18 and 24 will report an experience of alcohol-related sexual assault or date rape. So it's not all fun and games when you're out drinking. So how this is going to affect you guys as college athletes, you guys are actually a high-risk population. I know not many people do think that because you guys are busy with sports, you're also handling your classes and all your homework, but it has been shown that student athletes will drink more often and consume more on occasion than non-athlete students. The NCAA actually reports that 44% of male athletes and 33% of female athletes will drink more than 5 drinks in one sitting. With you guys, the peer influence is a big problem. You do have teammates that are above the age of 21, and even if it's not them influencing you, a lot of athletes believe that they will be drinking less than their teammates, which sort of encourages them to drink more, and 80% of teammates will report that their peers have drank within the past month. So it's also important to notice that in your guys' population of college athletes, you guys have the most negative repercussions from drinking compared to any other student group on campus. So let's review what you guys are actually drinking when you pour that cup of beer. So alcohol is going to be a depressant, and it is known as a drug. A lot of people think alcohol is a stimulant because of how it makes you feel, but it will decrease your body temperature and slow down bodily functions. Alcohol is going to be absorbed through the walls of the stomach and intestine before entering the bloodstream. Then that's when it goes to the brain, which is going to affect a whole bunch of systems before your liver gets a chance to remove it. And it affects people differently depending on their weight and gender. The liver is going to take about an hour to remove 1 ounce of alcohol from your system, and this overloading this can cause the intoxication. And also, in the case of you guys, I know a lot of times after your practice, you should be eating, getting calories, helping maintain your muscles. And though alcohol does have calories, there's no nutritional value. So it's basically just a waste for you guys to consume. It's not helping anything, it's not building any muscle, it's not restoring anything for you guys. So alcohol's effects on the body, we have short-term and long-term. So short-term, alcohol is going to enter into your bloodstream, and it's going to be absorbed at the different rates depending on your size and your gender. So some people are going to start to feel the effects more quickly than others. It's going to reach your brain, interfere with the communications between the neurons that are sending all of the messages down to your body, telling it what to do, and this is going to cause the difficulty with talking, the slurred speech, the poor coordination that you often see in people who have been drinking. It's also going to affect your frontal lobes of the brain, and these are a part of your decision-making component of your brain. So this is what causes the impulsive behaviors and the recklessness that we see.